Hello everyone, this is Void Spirit. I'm here to bring you guys amazing fanfiction that you will surely enjoy. But before we start, please subscribe and like the video for more amazing content. Chapter 22. Rimuru clothing in this chapter, _. Really? That's great news. Thank you, President. The golden-eyed boy had a chat with Go Gun-hee on his cell phone. He was giving him the news that his request was accepted. He ended the call when he heard Kanae's car horn, indicating that she had already arrived. Are you going out? Song Yi asked, seeing Rimuru well-groomed. Isn't that Kanae's Koenigsegg? That's right. We'll go to a dealership and she'll help me choose a good car. She put on a little perfume. How I look? You look great. Casual clothes look great on you. Thanks. I'll be back in the afternoon, and if you're going out, send me a message, he said, leaving the house. I left you cookies and chocolate in the kitchen. He walked to the vehicle, opened the door and took a seat next to Kanae. She took a few seconds to look at him. She was wearing long, tight black pants, a dark purple shirt that she matches with her pink jacket, and black boots. You look like his real father. Kanae gave him a smile. Hello. Good morning. Did you wait long? A little. I hate being made to wait, but I'll let you pass. She began to drive. I don't know much about Korea, so we'll go to a super sports car dealership I found on the internet. My knowledge about vehicles is minimal, so don't worry. The only thing that matters to me is the design. That's not the only important thing, that's why I'll recommend which one to buy. During the journey they chatted about trivial things, some facts from the past and the occasional comment on the other, but nothing related to work. They were on their day off after all. They entered the uptown of Seoul, so to speak. It was the place where people with a lot of money lived and met. I'll park here and we'll walk a couple of blocks, Kanae warned, turning off her car. The air feels different, Rimuru thought as he got out of the vehicle. It didn't take long for them to draw the attention of the people around them. Some came to ask for photos and autographs, while others looked at them strangely because of their clothing. No one would dare to say that they looked bad. In fact, they were amazed at how good they looked in casual clothes, but it was not customary for that style of clothing to be worn in that area. So Song Yi's parents want her to come home now that she's an S-rank hunter after how badly they treated and rejected her. Kanae had really gotten upset. There are people who have no shame, they do not deserve to be parents. I think the same, that's why she prefers to stay with me and I take care of her and pamper her. Although she may not seem like it, she is only 17 years old and she needs to be guided in a good way. I wish you had been there when I was a child, Kanae said, remembering how bad she had it as a child. It's here, let's go in. Rimuru noticed the sad tone with which she said the above. He should ask Seal to show him Kanae's past. Although that would be difficult since the Manas hadn't spoken to him or responded since he accepted the date with the black-haired woman. Upon entering they were received by an employee dressed in a suit and tie, who guided them around the place, showing them the vehicles and telling them their characteristics. Rimuru translated to Kanae what the boy told her. She still hadn't learned the Korean language. They are all very updated and with similar characteristics. The only thing I see wrong is that there is no Hennessy Venom F5 V8, Kanae muttered, looking at the latest cars in the store. You can choose the one you want, anyone will be a good choice. In that case I'll choose that one. Rimuru pointed to one of the cars. Lotus Avaya, made in the UK. There are only 130 of them in the world. The clerk smiled. You have good taste, sir. They were guided to one of the local offices to proceed with the payment. Once everything went smoothly, they received an invitation to the auction that would take place that same night. At the auction will be the Hennessy Venom F5 V8 that the lady is interested in, said the employee to bow and leave. Do you want us to attend the auction? Rimuru asked, seeing the emotion on Kanae's face. Yes, I definitely want to go, she answered without hesitation. Alright. Let's go visit other places while we wait for the night to come. He opened the door of his new car for Kanae to get in. Go ahead, Miss Tawada. Thank you very much, Mr. Tempest. They both laughed and Rimuru got up to drive his new acquisition. A day full of fun awaited them. Chapter 23. A.N. I searched the wiki and other pages about Kanae's age but didn't find anything, so in the story she will be 25 years old. I also didn't mention Rimuru's age. I forgot, he is 23 years old. Another thing, Kanae's past is not shown in the manhwa and neither is it in the wiki, so I'll make one up for her story. Now yes, the chapter, _. At a school in Seoul. Some friends skipped classes and walked around the school to waste time. Between jokes and laughter, they found a room that nobody used. "There's a portal," one of the boys said in surprise. "This is great." Another leaned in for a closer look. "Wait. Didn't you say this room was never used?" "That's what I said. What's?" A monster hand grabbed the boy's head and pulled him into the portal. Several orcs started to come out and killed the other two boys who were still in shock. On the other hand, Rimuru and Kanae were resting on a park bench. They had covered much of the place as they bided their time until the time of the auction. They visited various stores, buying some clothes and gifts for their friends, especially Rimuru. "This is pretty awkward," Kanae muttered, taking a bite of her ice cream. A large number of people surrounded them and took photos as they tried to enjoy their cold dessert. "New rumors about us are going to emerge," Rimuru said, remembering when Park Hee uploaded the photo of them sleeping together. "Doesn't that bother you?" "It bothers me that they're involved in my life. I don't dislike being seen with you or those rumors," Kanae sighed. "Maybe we should end the date here. I don't think we can be calm." "Do you want to go to my house?" Rimuru asked and instantly realized what he proposed. "Don't get me wrong. I say this to spend time together and not end the date. I have no other intentions." Kanae gave a small laugh at Rimuru's blush and nervousness. She knew he had no other intentions. "Okay. We can have lunch at your place and then watch movies." Kanae stood up and walked to her car. The last one to arrive cooks. Rimuru smiled and hurriedly got into his car to follow Kanae. Dodging vehicles and accelerating at high speed, they soon reached Rimuru's house. They would definitely receive some tickets for speeding and not respecting traffic lights. "How unfair. I started later," Rimuru complained, chopping onions. "You have to be smart." Kanae walked over and washed her hands. "I'll help you, so stop complaining." Between the two they cooked while chatting happily. The result was delicious noodles with sauce and meat. All that remained was to remove the water from the pasta. "You have something there." "Where?" "Here." Rimuru dabbed some sauce on her cheek. "And you in your hair." Kanae threw a noodle at his head. They started a little game of throwing food. Everything was laughter for them. Song Yi came down from her room to see if the food was ready and came across this scene. Both of them were distracted. "This will drive people crazy," Song Yi said, drawing the attention of Rimuru and Kanae, covered in sauce and noodles. "And Park Hee, who ships them." Noticing that she was recording them, they jumped on her to prevent her from uploading the video, but it was too late. The video of them playing covered in sauce and noodles was already on the internet. "Don't be mad, they look cute," Song Yi said and poured food onto his plate. "They should make it official." Kanae didn't quite understand what Song Yi was saying, but she interpreted it. She went to the bathroom to wash up and so they wouldn't see the big blush on her cheeks. A month without a cell phone or going out, Rimuru punished Song Yi. Lunch passed in silence due to the awkwardness between Rimuru and Kanae. When Song Yi finished eating, she went up to his room and left them alone. "I'm sorry about Song Yi, he likes to tease me." Rimuru sat next to Kanae on the sofa. "Are you angry?" "No, I got nervous," she admitted with a bit of embarrassment. "It doesn't bother me that Song Yi or people think we're dating. I feel comfortable and happy with you, but I feel like it's going too fast." "Do you want to talk about it?" Rimuru opened his arms and Kanae hugged him. "I'm not going to pressure you or anything. I think it's very obvious that I have a little crush on you." "I have it too. It's the first time it's happened to me and I think we should get to know each other better." Her eyes met Rimuru's golden eyes. "I want to know about you and for you to know about me before being something formal. I wouldn't want everything to go to waste because we don't understand each other." "That's perfect. Do you want me to tell you something about myself?" Rimuru smiled without letting go of the black-haired woman. "I like a girl called Kanae. She have long hair, crimson eyes and she hugged me." "You're an idiot," Kanae said, laughing. "I like a boy with light blue hair, golden eyes, a little silly, who is called Rimuru and who care about me." "How a little silly?" "Yeah, pretty silly." A comfortable silence formed and their eyes looked at each other tenderly. The distance between their faces was very short and was becoming more and more scarce. "Rimuru." Song Yi ran down with her katana in hand. "Jin Ah called me. She says that a dungeon has opened in the school and the orcs are killing everyone. Tell her we're on our way." Rimuru stood up next to Kanae. "Do you have your katanas?" "They're in my car, come on." Kanae left in her car while Song Yi went with Rimuru. "Hold on, Jin Ah," Rimuru asks. Now that Sung was unconscious, he had to protect her. Chapter 24. Clear the area, we'll take care of it. Kanae warned and pushed the police back. I'll take care of this place, you guys go inside. Wasting no time, Rimuru and Song Yi entered the school. Blood stains decorated the ceiling, walls, and floor. It's a horrible scene. Everyone follow me, I'll protect you, Song Yi shouted, leading the students she found and headed to the exit. Rimuru was running desperately all over the place. He didn't feel Jin A's presence, and that gave him a very bad feeling. Every orc that got in his way was cut down in an instant. He had no time to waste on monsters. He entered the room where there were more monsters. They were mercilessly killing the students. And to one side of them, Jin A's lifeless body. Her arm had been ripped off and beaten to death. Due to Rimuru's fury, he did not control himself and let out his aura. A strong pressure was felt throughout the country, and the glass of the entire building was broken. The orcs looked at him in terror. Who are you? Asked the leader of the orcs while trembling. You are not human. A dry thud was heard, and then there was only silence. The orc leader's head was on the floor and his body was cut into 1,000 pieces. Get behind me, Rimuru ordered with dark eyes. All the students did not hesitate and ran to position themselves behind him. No orcs had attempted to attack, they were just standing there shaking in fear. He extended his arm towards the orcs and whispered, Beelzebub, to activate his ability. All the monsters were absorbed and much of the hall was destroyed. He took Jin A's body in his arms and walked to the exit, followed by the students. As they left, they were greeted by their families who cried, some happy that their son, daughter survived, and others sad that their son or daughter did not have the same luck. The reporters' cameras focused on Rimuru and the girl in his arms. He was motionless as a tear fell down his cheek and was hidden by the raindrops. Memories of Jin A in the guild came to his mind, when she joked around, helped him with cleaning, trivial things, etc. She was a good girl, he murmured, looking up at the dark sky. Less than with the current strength of the master, it is possible to revive a person greater than. Rimuru was surprised at Ciel's words were great. Was she telling him that he could revive Jin A? Greater than, are you serious? Do I have the strength to revive people? Less than. Less than the master can only revive one person. Greater than, Ciel repeated. Less than Jin A's soul is about to disappear. I recommend doing it quickly. Greater than. You don't know how much I appreciate it, Ciel. Less than. Rimuru placed Jin A's body on a stretcher on the ground and spread his hands over her, releasing a green light from his palms. Rimuru. Song Yi left crying when she saw Jin A, Kanae said, approaching the light blue, who remained silent. Rimuru. She noticed how Jin A's missing arm began to regenerate, just as the injured parts were healing. All the people watched him attentively, just like the cameras broadcast him live on television. Jin A's body was completely healed but still motionless. I command you, come back to life. There were a few seconds where you could only hear how the rain fell, and then, an agitated breath. She is alive. Jin A opened her eyes and was met by Rimuru, who was soon hugging her. What happened? Jin A asked without understanding anything. Everything's fine now. Sorry, I'm late, Rimuru apologized, even though it wasn't his fault. This is amazing, Kanae said, seeing Jin A alive, and helped Rimuru to stand up. What's wrong? Nothing serious, I'm just tired. People began to scream and implore him to do the same to the other murdered students, but that was not possible. Take me home, Rimuru requested. I will not bear more. He fell unconscious due to all the power he used in reviving Jin A. It would take a while for him to wake up. Kanae did what Rimuru asked and took him home to rest. Together with Song Yi, they took care of the blue-haired boy. President Go Gunhee deployed a large number of hunters outside the house so that no one would come to bother Rimuru. In this way, he also prevented people from other countries from approaching the Pelist. TN. Sorry, I don't actually know what Pelist is, so I just left it as that. If before he was coveted by many countries for clearing an S-rank dungeon by himself, now that he revived someone, in the eyes of the world he was considered the most valuable of all hunters. The next day, Sung Jin Woo woke up and the first thing he saw was Cha Hei's surprised and happy look. How long was I gone? He asked as soon as he woke up. 3 full days, Cha Hei replied. 3 days. So the portal in Japan must have opened. Did that guy hold it back? Yuri Orslov failed. Japan is being destroyed by the monsters coming out of the dungeon. I understand. I know you just woke up, but you should know this. Cha Hei searched for a way to say it without confusing Jin Wu. Many things have happened these days. I will explain them to you.